The Akaash Singh situation is getting, I'd say, even worse now. He's admitting that his wife ruined his career. He's quit the Flagrant podcast, and I called this about 5 months ago. This is why we got to end this epidemic. You can't have your woman talking out the side of her freaking neck online to make you look bad. This is what happens. This is just what happens.
First week this is happening, she goes, you know what, baby? God knows what's true. We know what's true.
That's right.
What else matters? Who cares what anybody thinks? And I was like, I care. What are you talking about? There's a side of me that's like, maybe it's a short guy thing, but I really identify with like Kendrick Lamar, where it's like, if we want beef, I'll destroy everything. I'll burn everything down. There's a little part of me that's pre-therapy.
No, we don't want that.
That's like, I don't care
That's a little part of me that's pre-therapy. Ugh, brother.
about the money. I don't care about whatever. You came at my wife. Let's just burn it all down.
All right, so it's been around 5 months since we all sat back and witnessed the brutal humiliation ritual of Akaash Singh, which of course happened after his wife essentially tarnished his reputation in a lousy attempt to become an influencer, which got...
This is why I say you can't pedestalize these women, dude. This is why I preach so hard against the simp epidemic. There's a lot of guys that would probably act just like him and just try to be a nice guy, be super cool. Yeah, baby, say whatever you want. And it just comes back and it always bites you in the butt, dude.
Comedy tour, but we all know it's because his wife exposed him for being a human doormat and her personal ATM.
How do you and your husband split finances?
We don't. This is not a two-way street. This is a one-way street. His money is our money, and my money is my money.
For those of you who are new here, hi, my name is Jasleen. I'm a stay-at-home wife, but I don't cook or clean because I don't feel like it. And my husband is a full-time stand-up comedian, and he buys me lots of nice things.
So she basically made
Brother! Akaash, be better, dude. You gotta be better, man.
Seems like he's still having a super rough time with it all. Because if you guys don't remember, the craziest thing his wife did last year was when she constantly fantasized about other men on her podcast and bragged about all the fun she had in the frat houses back in...
She's a runner, she's a track star.
I see that now already. I'm thinking the mileage, you know what I mean? This is a 98 Datsun with all that mileage.
College, which in and of itself was completely humiliating for Akaash, as he was under the impression that she was a virgin when they first met.
My wife also hadn't had any sexual partners, so that helped us connect a lot more.
Now, let me ask you this, do you believe her?
Gotcha, bitch.
I was popping my pussy and living my best life in
She's
these
a runner, she's a track star.
white boy frat houses, and I had a roster of guys that I would rotate through. So it's like...
So after that story spread
now
like
I have to deal with Akaash.
wildfire across social media, it quickly became the only thing he was known for. Like nowadays, more people recognize Akaash for being a simp rather than a stand-up comedian. He's essentially the podcast Will Smith. I mean, even to this very day, the comment section under each and every Flagrant episode is absolutely flooded with people clowning on Akaash and his marriage, even though he hasn't done an episode for over 4 months now. So this really didn't disappear like he thought it would. And it absolutely altered the man's image for the very worse.
I'm a hustler who scams a little bit. I'm not a scammer who
I'm not
hustles.
gonna lie, that was sexy, and that's why I'm actively trying to have an orgy. I just know that Nav's dick is like at least 10 inches.
So once he realized that there really wasn't anything he could do to salvage his dying reputation, he pretty much buried his head in the sand, quit the podcast, and proceeded to blame his absence on the comedy tour that he's doing right now, which is, of course, a pretty pathetic excuse, because nearly every single comedian you see doing a weekly podcast is doing a comedy tour at the exact same time.
Yeah.
Because, believe it or not, it turns out podcasting is literally the easiest job in the world. The real reason Akaash is not on Flagrant anymore is because the dynamic he used to have with Andrew Schultz and the other co-hosts is permanently screwed. I mean, they would essentially...
Well, he lost respect for himself, and then people lost respect for him. And it's hard to see your buddy go through this stuff, and it changed him, and he let it change him. That's the biggest problem, man. That's the biggest problem. And now he's just full of cope. And his wife ruined his career. She really did. Chat, do you ever check your bank account and just laugh? Like, not even sad laugh. It's like you're trying to do everything right.
And it's gone.
Gas prices up. Vacations overpriced. The next thing you know, you're swiping your credit card like it's a fidget spinner. And now you're stuck in high interest debt. But if you're a homeowner, this is where things get a little more interesting. American Financing actually helps you use your home equity to clean this whole situation up. We're talking about rolling all that high interest debt into one monthly payment. No upfront fees, no weird pressure, just real humans, salary-based mortgage consultants, helping you build a plan that actually makes sense. And on average, people are saving $800 a month. That's not skip Starbucks savings. That's life feels easier savings. That's the difference between stressing every single month and actually enjoying your life without your credit card judging you. Start today and you might even be able to delay 2 mortgage payments. Call 877-989-7343. That's 877-989-7343. Or go to americanfinancing.net/Levi. Like, I want to say I feel bad for the guy, but it's so self-inflicted that at some point you got to be like, dude, you got to wake up.
I buy her nonstop things.
I know. I see her. I love her, by the way.
She loves you. She and I have a relationship where it's like, I don't give a what you say. She can give a what I say. I have her location. She has my location. Every time if you look at 90% of her TikToks, they're on our couch. Like, she don't go nowhere without me. So I'm like, whatever you say, I don't care. I know you. But the internet just ran with it and made it a thing. And at first, it really f***ed me up.
I wanted to ask you, how did you really feel? Because, like, I can't ever gauge, because you are a comic. You're so good at this. You do have thick skin.
Yeah.
I have seen, meaning, for the most part, the success that you have had, I don't know. I don't feel like things really phase you like that. So I couldn't gauge if it really hurt.
I was deeply phased.
But what hurt you about?
It's just they're saying it about your wife. And I think the stuff they say about me will make me insecure. But when you're saying this about my wife and you're calling her all this vile stuff, people were messaging my mom and her mom saying she's a whore, she's this, she's that. It was like, yo, this is crazy how far this has gone. And everything she gets said, y'all are chopping up. And I've probably done this to 1,000 famous people. So I don't knock the people who did it.
Sure.
But it did let me... I think God does everything for a reason, and I think for me, this was God's way. Because this is how I found out I had some level of fame.
So once you hear this insane cope of his...
I mean, I don't know, bro. That's the thing. Like, what the life that you live behind closed doors eventually comes to the light once you become famous enough. And it's like, I got no worries when the curtain gets unveiled. You know what I mean? Cass is dope. She's never going to go online and start doing this stuff. This is why I say you need to avoid women that crave a lot of outside validation, because when they do crave a lot of outside validation, like, what you're doing for her usually isn't enough, so she just wants more. And we know how hypergamy goes. So it's like, you got to be really careful. You got to be really careful with the woman that you pick to try to be in a long-term relationship with, because if she's like this, bro, it's bad.
Him just being an absolute world-famous A-list comedian.
This is recent.
Yeah.
So you're just realizing your fame now?
I didn't know, because people would be like...
I mean, I think he's definitely not A-list. He's definitely like C tier, D tier. He's podcaster famous. You know what I mean? Nobody really knows who Akaash. The only reason I know about him is because he's getting clowned on the internet.
What was your I made it moment? I was like, I haven't made it. What are you talking about? And now it's like, well, when the whole world called my wife a whore, I realize I'm doing okay.
That you've made it.
Yeah. That's how I found out. But I think it was just like, I'm watching them say this about her. Y'all don't know her. You're doing it off a 2-minute TikTok.
That's right.
I know this woman, and I read people pretty well. That's kind of like what most of my clips are about.
Right.
I'm not that big of a moron that a girl would lie to me for 14 years or whatever, 10 years, about being a virgin.
You sure about that?
And I would not even bother watching her TikToks to find out she talks about getting, you know what I mean? Like, none of this, how are we believing this? I couldn't understand it.
And so,
bro, here's the thing. There's so many guys out there. This is why I say we got to end this epidemic. He's believing what he wants to believe, dude. He is totally believing what he wants to believe. And so he's seeing her for what it is and what he wants her to be. And then he's like, yeah, that's her. That's the girl I love. And the reason I wanted to cover this episode is because I've had some of you guys call me, dude. I've had some of you guys call me and tell me, like, hey, Levi, you know, I've got this girl, you know, we're back and forth, you know, and essentially explaining your simp story to me. And I just have to tell you guys, dude, cut and run. Stop. Like, some of you guys are beating a literal dead horse, trying to get these women to, like, fall for you, trying to get these women to like you more, trying to salvage a relationship. Bro, you don't salvage a relationship when it's too far gone. You just got to let it go. Like Elsa and Frozen, you got to let it go. You just got to let it go.
Akaash say that his wife was just being a comedian and telling fake stories, then immediately following it with she was bravely being her true self, and that she was so courageous to
Bravely being her true self.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
Also, defending her is also very bad.
double down with who she truly is. Like, the mental gymnastics that he's doing here is simply out of control.
I get it. How did she feel about everything?
She was, I mean, look, it affected her for sure, but she said, this is where I don't like, I wish people knew, and I said this to her before she started doing social media. She's the most like multi-dimensional person I know, where she pops off, says crazy shit, says disrespectful shit, but also is so spiritual.
The most multi-dimensional person I've ever met. Just those kind of things that he's saying about her, dude. That's just pedestalizing, multi-dimensional. She's just so many facets. Like, she should be in the freaking multiverse, dude. Like, I swear, dude, she was in the multiverse with, you know, Miles Morales. She's just so multi-dimensional, dude. Just stop.
Spiritual, so grounded, and so like, she just kind of kept that energy. She was like, whatever y'all think about me is whatever y'all think about me. I know who I am. God knows who I am. That's it.
I love that.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, it's stressful, and like, I had to realize there's a lot of people's voices in your ear, like it talking in your ear, like she needs to do this, she needs to do that, and then I had to realize like she's the one that's actually strong and courageous, and the rest of us are like running.
Oh my God! Wow, I didn't think he'd go this far. I didn't think because you guys know I hold a lot of women accountable. A lot of women. I built this channel off holding women accountable. But I also got to hold the men accountable too. He is complimenting her after she has ruined his career. Akaash, bro, it's time to go.
Hiding and going dark and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, no, I know who I am. Go f yourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
as you can tell, guys,
Here's the thing. That's cool if you're not like making your living off of the internet. The thing is, he's making his living off the internet, so the perception is everything here. If people perceive you as a simp and as a loser, like, nobody's going to buy your stuff. Nobody's going to go to your shows. Nobody's going to watch your content. They're just going to watch you get humiliated. So she literally crashed and burned his career, and he's just cool with it.
Tried a bunch of times during Flagrant to hint at him that he's getting stepped on by Jesseline. Like, they desperately wanted everyone to know this, but they just couldn't break the story because he's their friend.
Keep your wife off the motherfucking internet. Why does your wife have a microphone in her face? Do not allow your wife to start a motherfucking podcast, bro. Yes.
But at the very least, it seems like Akaash is starting to try and grow from this, but sadly enough, no matter how much...
No, what he just said does not sound like growth to me. At all. It sounds like the opposite of growth. It sounds like he's doubling down on the delusion.
Attack by misogynistic, right-winged men really just shows you how clueless she really still is.
I remember because you asked me this question, like, what is it like to look at like think pieces and people analyzing your marriage and your personality? It feels weird and it feels surreal because you're like, but you don't know me. You don't know anything about me. You've never talked to me. Like, you're
perception is everything, dude. Your perspective versus perception. That CIA agent talks about it. Like, other people's perception of you, it may not be how you perceive yourself. But if you're, or it may be the other way around, but you guys you smell when I'm stepping in here. If you're putting a certain product out and you're painting a certain facade to people in a storyline that you're a runner.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
And that you got your back blown out in college parties. I'm going to take it at face value. You know, just like with any other influencer, you take it at face value. You take what they say on the internet and you take that as holy script because that's what you're getting. That's your single source. You know, that's your single source of information there. And if you guys have noticed, Loki has a little like footy on his thing. It's because he's been gnawing his freaking foot, his paw, and I think he's got allergies. And so I put that on there. He's all mad. He's all mad.
Won't they do?
But like I was saying, when you're an influencer, when you're a content creator, podcast, whatever you want to call it, whatever you're putting out into the interwebs, people are going to take as holy script. They're going to take that as, oh, that's facts. And so if you didn't want people to think that, why were you saying it? That's my whole thing. Like, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys. And you guys, a lot of you guys have watched enough episodes where you can start to see the discrepancies, even if I did. But you're getting like a raw look into my life, and I don't script any of these. I think that's also the beauty of what I do. And the beauty of podcasts is they're not scripted. So you literally hop on a mic, you start talking. That's who she really is. You know how they say drunk words or sober thoughts? I think her sober thoughts are not even her drunk words. I bet her drunk words are even worse. But she's self-snitched on herself. And women do this all the time. They do this all the time. They just snitch. They just dry tell on themselves. Dry snitching. I call it the self-snitching. These women do this all the time.
Taking the intention of this video in the complete wrong way. And I mean,
but the intention is started by you. People can't take the intention wrong if what you were saying wasn't weird or out of context or out of left field. What you're saying is the intention. And now it'd be different if you had a 5-hour podcast and they took 10-second clip. That's cool. Which I've seen some of these, but some of these clips are long, 30 seconds to a minute, and you're talking about getting your back blown out. How are we misconstruing that?
This obviously goes without saying, but the misogyny was like really crazy because obviously we know it exists in our society, but to see it so rampant and like full force and just like unapologetically there, I was
Modern Woman Playbook 101. Misogyny.
Like, oh my God, like this is a real fucking thing. And it's like, it was bizarre to me because I'm like, my husband can go on stage and literally has a joke in his special about like getting a hooker isn't like cheating, it's just outsourcing, which I really don't care. Like, I think it's a funny joke, but it's like.
Here's the difference. He's a comedian and you're just a girl sitting at home. The stage is different, right? It's the intention, like we talked about. You're sitting on a podcast. You're not a comedian. I don't think you're funny. Maybe funny looking. He's on stage. People are paying him to be funny. He needs to be contradictory. He needs to be funny. He needs to make jokes. You, on the other hand, are just sitting in somebody's room talking on a mic. Nobody's paying to see you be funny.
Like, if I say something that's equally, raunchy, like, then I'm a whore or all these things.
Yes. That is correct. That would be correct. Jasleen. That would be 100% correct. So, yeah.
That of all people was the first one to break this story, because she now feels justified in falling back on this terrible excuse of everyone being racist women haters against her. But it's not like everyone's siding with Myron by pointing out the insanity of Jasleen and Akaash. Like, you don't really have to align.
No, I back up Myron on this one, mainly because I back up Myron because Akaash tried to clown Myron, and Myron's like, all right, man, whatever. And then Myron's message really would have helped Akaash if he would have listened, but he didn't want to listen, dude.
Oops, she can think of here.
I don't even want to say his fucking name, but this fucking loser whose name you said, like, he was on the Flagrant podcast like 5 fucking years ago. And my husband just humbled the shit out of him and basically embarrassed him because he was like, I think what you do is corny and it's not really helping men. So there's.
What a total backfire, though. Because now you're humiliating Akaash.
That. And I think every year he would try to like bait them by being like, oh, you guys are pussies or you guys are this. But then every year that clip would circulate. And I think deep down it really embarrassed and humiliated and emasculated him. So when all of this first started, it was like very clear to see that there was like a lot of bot farming as well. And I could tell there were bots because.
Why do they always blame it on bots? It's bot farms, just bots. Like everything's a bot. It's AI.
Because like the 1,500 followers I gained on Instagram, I immediately lost like within the span of 2 months. So it was like.
And then
because they followed you for a storyline and then you are an idiot. So they unfollowed.
Gotcha, bitch.
9th inning grand slam, she finally addresses the allegations of her lying to Akaash about being a virgin before they met, doubling down that after 4 years of bopping around in the frat houses, that she was indeed a virgin when she first met Akaash.
There's no
when
way.
It's like, but the reality is what the reality is. It's like, I was a virgin when I met my husband. We lost our virginity to each other. Because when I was in college, I dated this guy. He was going down on me. Like, wouldn't you know it, I was still spotting. And also, if you're like poking around down there, like more blood can sometimes come out even if your period is over. And I swear to God, like I thought my period was done.
That's the stuff you leave in the drafts. Don't even post it.
And I never made that a part of my identity. I only shared that because I share my life story because I'm an oversharer, y'all made it a part of my identity and then used it against me. I don't give a if I was a virgin or I wasn't, or if my body count was 100, but it wasn't. Those are just facts. So if you want to take like tongue-in-cheek videos and make it into something it's not, like that's not really a reflection of me, that's a reflection of them. And I think
I love how like when she's recording these videos, she tries to be like super raunchy, but then when she's like confronted, she's like, I'm just a girl, I'm just so innocent.
So just based on how she stumbled around this topic, it almost seems like even she doesn't believe that super blatant lie. Because she claims that it doesn't even matter whether or not she was a virgin, even though it seemed like a huge reason as to why.
See, why would you say it doesn't even matter if you were a virgin if you weren't a virgin? You know what I mean? Why would you even mention that if you were? Newsflash is because she's not a virgin. Ran through like a set of stairs, Boston Marathon type of mileage. Good Lord. Like an 85 Isuzu. You know what I'm saying? 85 Isuzu. Man, this is wild work. The fact that, you know, the fact that this is the world we are living in. Yeah. Lord have mercy. All right, let's switch gears. Actually, let's go to the comments here of previous vid. Pull this up. Let's pull up yesterday's. I was gonna say, men don't want to do singles events. What do we got here? Going to speed dating is like going to a job interview for a job we don't want. Note to self, I'm not that desperate. Speed dating, it's more like speed rejection. My lord, women just complain about everything. Green Goblin and Loki. Hey, Jim Horton, Green Goblin, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. Put a Green Goblin in the chat. If you know, you know. Middle-aged women hit on the Whole Foods often. Ladies, please keep it to yourself. I appreciate your attention, but my wife does not appreciate your appreciation for me. I have to hear about it when I go home. Let me have my peace. Men want a natural woman. Facts. 2026 study cemented our already known reality that 90-10 rule exists. I think it's 95-5. Stay home where your cat and dog accept you and are always loyal. Single event costs money, and I dislike wasting money. When speed dating slows down, they don't want a man, they want a puppy. Slip out the back, Jack. Make a new plan, Stan. Don't need to be coy, Roy. Just set yourself free. In spite of everything you've done for them, eventually they will hate you. Why bother? Like OMG, dating like OMG, like. Going to a singles event just like getting rejected by leftovers. No thanks. I'd rather go to the gym and better myself. The only reason we go to the fridge is to get something to drink. Just a bunch of speedrunners. Starting to think women don't want to meet men at singles events. Rather, they go to gaslight one another, jump on TikTok, and belittle men and call it right. Wow. What is their problem with guys online dating? Why would I subject myself to that? Green Goblin, for those that know, no. Green Goblin, hope the family's good, bro. Thank you. I appreciate that. Offended. Look at all the Green Goblins. You guys know? You guys know? If you know, you know. Yuck. The first time I saw that acronym, I was like, it's like IYK or something. If you know, you know. It was like, yuck. I thought it was freaking Goofy from the Goofy movie. Is she delusional?
I'm here with
Taylor.
We're going to find out if your ideal man exists.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, for sure. What's the minimum income this person has to make?
Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Maybe like 90K.
90K?
Yeah.
Might as well. You want to run up to 100? You want to do 100?
Okay, we'll do 100.
We'll do 100.
100K is fair.
What is the minimum and maximum age for you?
34.
34 is the youngest?
The oldest.
The oldest. What's the youngest?
Youngest, 23.
You care if they're married or single?
I absolutely care if they're married. I would prefer single.
What's the minimum height for you?
Like 5'11".
5'11"?
At least, yeah.
I got you. What race do you prefer?
I don't have a preference.
No preference? All right, that's cool.
Black or Hispanic, I guess.
All right, so the probability of you finding your ideal man is 0.65. So that's
okay.
That's out of 100? Out of the whole world, like, yeah, 0.65. They said
less
on the loser
than 1%.
score, you're 4 out of 5.
Almost half of a percent.
That's less than 1% though. So it's not really that good.
See, she's so stupid she doesn't even know what 0.65% is.
Stupid. Honestly.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was thinking about 65%.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, 0.65.
That's okay. I'll find them.
You still find?
You're a liar.
No, you won't.
How about no?
You won't find him. You will not find him. Little do you know, you will not find him. You will not find him. What is this? Part 1, I got my eyebrows tatted.
I'm not paying for this. I'm fucking leaving.
Okay,
Women will do anything.
Yeah, this is it. I like this.
All right, so I'm going to show you. Just letting you know they're going to be a little bit dark right now, and then they fade in about 2 weeks, okay?
Okay.
Are you ready?
All right. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited.
All right.
What the
No, so they're going to be a little dark right now. Look in the
I'm-
mirror.
Is this a joke? Well, you can't fix them because now it's tattooed on my face. I'm not.
Cooked, bro. Cooked. What is this, dude?
Stone.
6 kids, 2 divorces. Some say I've failed. I feel like not some, like everybody would say you failed. I'm saying it. What in the patchouli and mothballs are we doing here? Good Lord. What is even going on, bro? What is even going on? All right, we got... Nothing screams main character syndrome more than this. All right, let's see what we got here. That's always good. What's going on here? All right. Just kicking people. That's always good. With a cop. A little bit of a salt never hurt. Maybe a little bit of a pepper. You know what I mean? What do we got here? Escort her out. Get her out. Violent women. Goodness gracious. All right, what do we got here? What do we got here?
Just a quick question. Hypothetically, if a man were to kick out his 8-month pregnant girlfriend and unborn daughter to then be on Hinge the very next day looking for women to have fun with, you know, hypothetically, you would not think that that type of man is a good man or a good father. You
But you let him cheese inside of you.
would probably not think that that type of man has integrity or morals or any form of decency,
Then why would you let him get you pregnant?
right? Because I'm just trying to see if we're all on the same page. And
No, we're all on the same page. You're an idiot.
Shots fired!
You're an idiot. Because the thing is, these men don't just, with the flip of a switch, it's something new, you know? The signs were there, and you just ignored them.
And furthermore, hypothetically, if these women were to be aware of the fact that, hypothetically, this man has an 8-month pregnant, now ex-girlfriend, and
Well, that's the problem. Ex-girlfriend. You should have been a wife first. The self-snitching is crazy. You really do look like an idiot.
child on the way, and still decides to want to speak to and have fun with him, hypothetically, you would think that that kind of woman also has absolutely no respect for herself, no
Oh, the single mom saying about other women that they don't have self-respect or integrity. Have you seen a mirror?
integrity, no morals, and no decency, hypothetically. So,
Hypothetically, you're a single mom now. Not really, that's realistically. You're a single mom. You let a man that had no morals, no ethics, who was not even your husband, cheese inside of you, and you're stupid enough to hold his baby when he gave you 0 commitment. That's what this video should have been about.
if, hypothetically, those situations were true, those would be some pretty shitty fucking people, in my opinion. But
Well, you're an idiot.
Stupid.
That's the main thing. You are a complete idiot. I don't know. Like, I don't even know what else to say. I don't even know what else to say. You're a complete idiot. Like, you're sitting there not thinking that you did any wrong and that you're the innocent one. That's wild to me. What is this? What bills do you expect men to pay?
What bills do you expect a man to pay when you first start dating?
When you first start dating?
Mhm.
None.
Like 3 months in.
3 months in, probably like rent.
3 months in, you want me covering your rent? Wow.
Rent?
Yeah.
Live in LA?
Yeah.
Your rent is how much?
It's like $3,800.
So I got to pay $4,000.
$3,800?
Mhm. You don't have to, but like I expect a man to want to help. Like I'm not like, hey babe, like I need you to pay all my rent up 6 months. Like I expect you to be like, oh, here's like a couple grand on your rent. Or if you want to be nice, like here's your rent money. Or even if you don't want to pay the rent, be like, oh, here's some extra money for your car note or groceries or whatever. Like I expect a man to do. Like I don't really expect a nigga that's not my boyfriend to like really just take care of me like that. Like I don't feel like they should be obligated to do that.
But if y'all just in the talking stage,
Yeah, we're in talking stages. Some here, something there. Like,
and if you don't,
The charity cases. These women might as well be non-profits.
if you don't, like, it just go in like a compartment in my head. Like, okay, noted. Cause it
No
was
what?
noted.
Oh, noted. I thought you said no dick. Okay.
No, noted. It's like, okay, so what one nigga won't do, one nigga will do, and it depends on like a person's requirements. Like for me, that's not a requirement for me. But it's like if another nigga is doing that and you not, like I'm gonna go with the other nigga.
Wow.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
Okay, for like, let's say for instance, you're in a 3-month relationship, and that nigga's not doing it. You don't have another nigga. So now, what you gonna still?
No, I'm gonna still fuck with him until I find another nigga, or I'll find another nigga and still fuck with him.
Wow. This is the world we're living in. Just hopping from charity case to charity case. Unreal, chat. Loki, you want a sweet potato? Yeah? You want a sweet potato? You want a sweet potato? Free. Sit. Shake. Good boy. Wait. Free. Go to your place. Man, oh man. That's wild work. He ain't paying my bills, the next man will. No, if he ain't paying a bill, the next man will. It should have gone on to put it on a t-shirt. Oh my god.
What they do?
But man, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It's always good to have you guys out, man. Until next time, peace. All right, for the real ones that have stuck around to the very end, I want the real ones to put a yellow canary in the chat or in the comments. Put it in the comments. Put a yellow canary in there. Yellow canary. You know, it's a crazy, crazy world we live in. It really is. What do you guys think about the shirts? You guys like the switch up of the fits? You guys digging this, chat? Should I keep doing it? I'm thinking so, man. Got some more shirts on the way. I'm trying to keep it, you know, nice and spruced up for you guys. But I really do appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow, man. Peace.